Hello everyone and welcome back to That Investing channel. On today's agenda, I thought I'd cover probably the best goal to have as an investor. On YouTube there are tons of experts recommending the goals that they think you should have. From living off dividends to investing in the best companies in the world to a diversified portfolio that will survive a recession. None seem to be tailored just to you and what you want as an individual. Well, today I'll be focused on that with a little help from one of my favourite books, The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, so that you can have the best aim going forward with your investing. Finally, at the end, I'll be touching upon my own tailor-made goals for my £17,000 plus dividend growth portfolio I hold on Trading 212 in my ISA account. Let's jump straight in. If you've seen other YouTubers talk about goals, there is one main focus that seems to marry up with what everyone that investing seems to want to get. And that's rich through future breaking growth stocks or some form of dividend snowball. Now, I don't necessarily think those goals are wrong, but I do think that goal will always vary depending on an individual's circumstances and experiences. The most obvious first point about our best possible goal is that it has to be personal. That's because, as the Psychology of Money talks about, people invest and spend money differently because they are different and have different experiences and circumstances. The poor man that grows up learning the value of money treats money very differently from the rich man who inherited his money through family. These men have different goals and aims if they start investing. Perhaps the rich man wants to invest because he's bored, whilst the poor man wants to improve aspects of his life with the money from investing. Whatever the case, the goal must be very specific to you as a person with your own experiences and circumstances. Now that we know it's personal and has to be, let's talk about the next phase of the goal. One of the main things that Morgan talks about in The Psychology of Money is the simplistic idea of having enough. He actually uses a specific example to capture this concept on this from John Bogle, the founder of Vanguard, who died in 2019. At a billionaire party on Shelter Island, a man named Kurt Vonnegut informed his friend Joseph Heller that the host of the party, a hedge fund manager, had made more money in a single day than Heller had made for his very successful novel Catch-22 in its entire history. And Heller responded by saying, "Yes, but I have something he will never have. Enough." Now, I think this is a very obvious character flaw for anyone that starts out investing. Do you want money for its own sake, or do you have a goal that goes past just wealth and focuses more on what that wealth can do for you? So when setting out our goal, we need to focus on something achievable and above all, having enough. Not getting greedy and trying to get richer and richer, taking more risk to reach higher amounts of money. The point as I see it is when laying out that goal, it must be for more than just being wealthier than others, but the freedom that that wealth might someday bring. Okay, so now that we've covered that it needs to be personal, achievable, and focus on improving our lives in some way, rather than just beating another person we know that's wealthier, what's one of the final steps? We have to make sure that goal takes into account what makes you sleep well at night. I think this is one of the most important ones. If you make an investment and it keeps you awake at night thinking about it, you're more than likely to make an emotional response to that investment. You might sell out of it early because of some bad news that you can't stop thinking about, or hold on to it for too long because you have invested value in that company, despite all evidence pointing to the need to sell it. The main point is that some people will not sleep well at night without getting the best possible return out of their investments. Others will not sleep well with the risk of investing in individual companies and are only comfortable with conservative investing. So each to their own, but the goal needs to consider what you sleep well at night with. Now you're probably thinking that's rubbish. You haven't actually told me the best goal for investing. However, I have described what should shape your own individual goals. And if that wasn't enough, I'll apply these concepts to my own investing goal as an example. As always guys, if you've liked this video and got something out of it, then please help the channel grow and subscribe for future content. Now my goal is to invest in the highest quality ETFs and compounding companies that I have researched as well as I can, with as much of my income as I can afford to invest without touching my emergency fund. I aim for £100,000 for my portfolio within the next 5 to 10 years, and I will not pull out all of my money and expect to invest for the next 30 years. But I do hope to use the 4% rule to maybe withdraw from my portfolio and improve my family's life with the income it might someday provide. My goal is personal to me. £100,000 may not be achievable for everyone or may be underachieving for some people, but with my current income and expenses, I believe it's attainable. I am trying to do this quickly so it can compound over time over the next 30 years, but it won't take away completely from what I am doing in my life currently. I still go on holidays and go out with friends. Investing doesn't mean giving these things up, but it means discipline to me in other areas of my spending. After £100,000, who knows? But I believe after that point my income will go more to my own life and less to my investments. So hopefully I know when enough will be enough, and finally I can sleep at night knowing these quality companies hold my hard-earned cash come what may. Now I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and best of luck with your investing, and I'll see you in the next one.